Hello everyone. I'm Dr. Shilpa Hinlekar, Assistant Professor at Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce at KEPE. Welcome to the program Bachelor of Science, first year. The subject is Botany, Semester 2, and the course code is BOC 102, and the title is Biodiversity 2 Vascular Plants. The title of the unit is Gymnosperms, and the module name is Classification and Morphology of Pinus. A brief outline. In this module, we are going to study the classification of Pinus and the morphology of Pinus. At the end of this module, the student would be able to explain the classification and morphology of Pinus. Classification of Pinus, division Gymnospermae, wherein the seeds are not enclosed within the ovules. Order Coniferous, it includes both living as well as the extinct forms. Family Pinaceae, it includes the tall trees with conical forms. Leaves and sporophylls are spirally arranged. The ovuliferous scales and the bracts scales in the female cone are distinctly differentiated, and it belongs to the genus Pinus. So this classification is based on Coulter and Chamberlain. Introduction. Pinus is the most common genus of family Pinaceae with around 90 to 100 species. They form dense and extensive forests of evergreen trees in the north temperate regions of the world. Pinus, you can see here, Pinus is a very tall, evergreen, perennial and a xerophytic plant. This is the Pinus tree, which is very, very tall. It is perennial and xerophytic. The young trees are pyramidal. They are pyramidal in shape and they lose symmetry on maturation. These are the Pinus species. Pinus is represented by 6 naturally growing species in India. The first one is Pinus roxburghi. Second one is Pinus wallaceiana. Third is Pinus gerardiana. Fourth one is Pinus insularis. Fifth is Pinus merkusii. And sixth is Pinus armandi. So these are the 5 species that you find in India. Let us go to the morphology of the Pinus plant. The Pinus tree is a sporophyte. It is a tall, straight, woody and covered with scaly bark. You can see here in the picture, it is a tall plant which is woody and it is covered with a scaly bark. It is differentiated into roots, stem and leaves. It has got a prominent taproot system and the stem is cylindrical. You can see here a cylindrical stem and with monopodial branching. There is no branching as such, so there is single branching. The plants appear conical. In terms of shape, they appear conical because of the spiral arrangement of the branches. In terms of root, the primary root persists and forms elongated straight taproot system. You can see here this is the elongated straight taproot system with a protective root cap. Okay, the root hairs are not well developed. The roots undergo frequent forking. You can see here frequent forking, forming a cluster of small rootlets. The coralloid masses and the ectotrophic mycorrhizae grow to form mycorrhizal roots here. You can see. The stem. Here, the branches are of 2 types. They are called as long branches or branches of unlimited growth. And the second one is the short dwarf ones or branches of limited growth. In this picture, you can see these are called as the long branches, or they are also called as long shoots with several dwarf shoots. Okay, or they are also called as unlimited branches or branches of unlimited growth. And in this picture, you can see the dwarf shoots, which are also called as branches of limited growth. So on the long branches, you can see the short dwarf branches developing. Coming to the long branches or branches of unlimited growth, these are the ordinary branches or normal branches. They continue growth indefinitely. Okay, they will continue this growth indefinitely by means of apical bud, and they are covered with brown bud scales. You can see here. Their long branches arise as buds in the axil of leaves. This is the axil of the scaly leaves every year, and they occur at regular intervals on the main trunk and become gradually shorter towards the apex. At the apex, they grow shorter, and this gives a pyramidal appearance to the plant, and that is why they appear conical in form. The short branches or branches of limited growth, they are borne on ordinary branches in the axil of scaly leaves. In the picture you can see these are the branches of limited growth. So they have a short axis terminating in a cluster of 3 green needles. You can see here there are 3 green needles which is terminating. It has an ephemeral terminal bud that stops growing and becomes inactive. So there is a bud which will prevent the growth of these branches. The dwarf shoots are covered with 10 to 12 scaly leaves, which are also called as cataphyls. Okay, so these are also called as the short branches. Coming to the leaves are of 2 kinds: pinus, or they are also called as pine needles, and second one is the scale leaves. The pinus or the pine needles, they are long. You can see here in the picture, they are long, narrow and acicular. They are tough, green with a smooth surface. They appear only on the dwarf shoots in clusters of 2, 3, 5. Okay, in clusters of 2, 3, 5 or 1, and accordingly they are known as spurs. Depending on the number of needles present, they may be called as trifoliar, monofoliar, bifoliar or pentafoliar. A thin, dry, membranous sheath surrounds the base of each cluster of needles. The needles are persistent. These are the needles, what you see. They fall only when the spur is shed. So only when the spur is shed, then only the needles are being shed along with the spur. Hence, the pine tree is evergreen. The green leaves are toothed and they are ridged. The needles are straight on young shoots but spread outwards and drop down in the older ones. Here you can see in the picture, the needles are straight at some places and they are shedding downwards in the older ones. The scaly leaves are brown, membranous and protective in function. They are borne on long branches and dwarf shoots and fall off as branches mature. The male cones arise in the axil of scale leaves on long shoots. The scale leaves are triangular at base and more or less lanceolate above. The scale leaves are called as cataphyls and have a distinct midrib. The reduced size and the sclerotic character of the leaves is a xerophytic character. The reproductive structures of Pinus. Pinus is monoecious, wherein you have the male and the female strobili are present on separate branches of the same plant. That means the male and the female strobili are appearing on the same plant but at different locations. The male cones develop before the female cones and are present in clusters on long shoots. The female cone arise singly or in clusters in 2 to 4 clusters in the axil of the scaly leaf. These are the references which I have used for the preparation of the e-content. Thank you.